think you know me as Rose the River, but really all I am is a cultural icon of the United States, representing the many able-bodied women who worked in factories and shipyards, while the young men were overseas fighting the Japanese in the Pacific. The United States didn't actually have intentions of being in the war, however. We talked to Japan about negotiating peace. However, unbeknownst to us, they had a different plan. On December 7th, 1941, the Japanese launched an attack on us on Pearl Harbor. It was a massacre that no one saw coming. They came in low and fast and started bombing. In all the carnage, they destroyed or damaged 350 aircrafts and 8 battleships. It only took 3 hours to take the lives of over 2,400 people that day. No one really realized the grim truth, however, until the next morning in the quiet dawn. Tap, tap, tap. Someone was still alive, trapped deep in the forward hull of the sunken battleship. Tap, tap, tap. The Marines standing guard covered their ears. There was nothing anyone could do. Tap, tap. 6 months later, they raised the battleship West Virginia. There they found the bodies of 3 young men huddled together in an airtight storeroom with a calendar. 16 days had been crossed off in red pencil. The young sailors marked their time, not knowing what had happened to their ship or that their country was at war. Does that motivate you to do my part in the war effort? You betcha. We can do it. Men from the ages of 18 to 45 flocked to enlist and support their country, and some even younger found a way to sneak in. But us women, we took our part too. We took jobs, helping to build things like tanks, guns, planes, and bombs, material for war purposes. Now today we wouldn't think much about a woman going to work. But in the 1940s, a woman, a housewife going to work, that was unpopular. But as a country, we had no choice. Even my own grandaunt, Eleanor McCormick Schuler, would every night, after eating dinner and putting her 3 kids to bed, take the bus to nearby Stratford, Connecticut, where she would work the graveyard shift at the Chance Vought aircraft plant. They made a great plane called the F-40 Corsair. The wings were designed to be folded up aboard the aircraft carrier to make room for more planes. The plane was very fast and nimble for the time. It was used extensively in the Pacific by the Marines and became famous for being the plane used by the Black Sheep Squadron, who conducted numerous successful raids against the Japanese. The Japanese nicknamed the plane Whistling Death. During the war, you couldn't just walk into the store and buy anything you wanted, nor could you go and get gasoline for your car whenever you liked. All these things were rationed. The government gave my grandfather these rationing stamps because certain things were on limited supply during the war, and rationing was the only way to make sure everyone got their fair share. The war continued on, but Hitler was going into a losing downfall, and on April 30th, 1945, committed suicide by taking cyanide. America dropped the atomic bomb on Hiroshima on August 6, 1945, and 3 days later, on August 9th, dropped another one on Nagasaki. It didn't take long for the Japanese to see that America meant business, and on August 14, 1945, Japan formally surrendered, ending World War II. Somewhere over the rainbow, blue